question everyone keeps asking is, why now? Of course, we expected this to happen someday, but it's certainly a lot sooner than people who follow the company really closely thought it would happen.
Yeah, and it is. I think it's left a lot of people puzzling. But when we look to some other departures of other CEOs of tech companies, there are some commonalities. I mean, when we look to when Bill Gates left Microsoft or when Jack Ma left Alibaba, those were situations where there was significant pressure due to, in the case of Microsoft, antitrust issues. It was following a DOJ trial. In the case of Jack Ma, just Chinese government, in retrospect, putting probably quite a bit of pressure on him to give up the reins, and that is likely to be something that is worth considering here. I mean, certainly in 2020, Amazon faced more scrutiny due to regulatory issues than probably ever in its history. And it is not outside the realm of possibility that the CEO would say, enough, I've had enough. I'd rather focus on things that are important to me and are game-changing for the future of the world, whether it's space or other inventions.
Now, he said, he's moving into the role of executive chairman. He will be there, of course, as a resource. And I wonder how much he'll really be able to leave. We saw Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer sort of struggle with the passing of the baton. Mark Benioff, the CEO of Salesforce, took on a co-CEO. That didn't last very long. How do you think Bezos will handle that? And could potentially the confusion about who's in charge impact the company?
Yeah, well, the one thing to keep in mind is that this new CEO is somebody who has worked with him for decades, and presumably they know each other quite well, and they know their working styles quite well. And, that alone should hopefully ensure that the transition is relatively smooth. And even if it's not, that is one of the questions that I think is important to keep open, is that there doesn't seem to be any health issues. It's not an adversarial departure of Jeff Bezos. There is a chance that if things don't work out, he may come back and be CEO once again. That's certainly what happened with Steve Jobs. So that is something that I think may also be in the minds of investors, because this is not something that is such a shock and so outside of the realm of possibility. This is the succession plan that probably is the smoothest succession plan that you could envision for Amazon.
Meantime, Amazon, obviously Andy Jassy has been the architect of this cloud business, which has been wildly successful. How will Amazon going forward continue to balance the growth of its cloud and its retail business? And the fact that they're serving different stakeholders, whether it is, businesses or individuals or, the co-opetitors, if you will.
Yeah, the co-opetition and the kind of the concerns of becoming a competitor with the clients that you serve, which has been a huge issue, not just in AWS, but certainly also in its delivery business and its third-party seller business. This is absolutely probably one of the biggest challenges that the company now faces with its existing businesses. But a common theme that has emerged with people who have, in the last few days come out and spoken about their experiences with Andy Jassy or understanding his management style. He's very much an inventor, and the company very much has a culture of invention. And if there is a sense that the company has gone as far as it can in existing businesses, this is a company that will not shy away from pivoting. They've already pivoted many, many times and invented new businesses that didn't exist before, whether it is the Kindle device or the Echo device or cloud services. They've, in many cases, borrowed ideas from other companies where there has been success, like their advertising business or their delivery business. So the future of the company, which is very much rooted in its history where there is already been tremendous success, is to continue to look to build new products and build new services.